Well, it is voter registration weekend and thousands of South Africans expected to register to vote, starting, of course, at 8 o'clock this morning until 5 o'clock. This ahead of the general elections that are taking place here in South Africa next year. And we're expecting thousands of people to go out. SABC News reporters stationed in various parts around the country monitoring the situation. In Mamelodi, east of Pretoria, for us is Ofenste Setimo. Ofenste, good morning to you. Thanks indeed for your time. What is the mood like there? Is there a general willingness for people to go out and, start this first phase of what will then be casting their ballots next year? And what are they basically saying as they go out to prepare for this moment which will take place next year?
Thank you very much, Griselda. Well, I can tell you that this voting station we are at right now is yet to be open because the residents of Mamelodi East, Ikageng section are saying that there are a myriad of, service delivery issues that have them hot under the collar, which they are saying that the powers that be had been ignoring some of these issues for a duration of almost 4 years. So they felt this as an opportune moment to try and disrupt voter registration, the first one, which is here to take place this particular weekend. Well, I'm actually joined by some of the residents to elaborate a bit further on some of these issues they say, is actually prompting them to prevent voter registration. Baba, thank you so much for your time. Can you tell us about other issues apart from voter? I see there's a lot of flies here. Can you tell us what is First of all,
the ignorance here, our councillor. Our ward councillor don't care about us because this thing was supposed to be removed. We donated some money to remove the very same rubble which is here 3 months back before the strike. Then came the strike. It escalated. Now it's going. Now we are having flies in our houses. Now it is rainy time. It means now we are going to battle another battle of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are going to attack us now. It means each and every household must have mosquito coil or what you call a doom or diroche to spray the mosquito because you won't sleep with mosquito flying around.
But aren't you guys supposed to safeguard some of the areas like this to ensure that, there isn't any illegal dumping that's happening? Because it is members of the community, after all, that dumps here. What role are you guys playing to ensure that, you mitigate against such acts?
We have done that. That's why I tell you that 3 months back, we donated, each and every household donated 10 rand to remove the rubble here. We removed it. Then came the strike, and even our councillor, he don't even show up to us to tell us that, people, here's the process. We are busy with 1, 2, 3. Even now, is the dumping site. If it's not the dumping site, it is electricity. We fought the electricity, it is better now. Now the worst part of it is for the past 4 years, no water, no feedback, nobody tells us anything. What is the improvement which they are implementing to improve the situation of water in Ikageng? Because water is a constitutional thing which each and every human had to have water, have to have clean water to drink. The water tanks, we don't trust the water tanks because we don't know where do they get the water.
Let me try and get someone else in. Ntate, if you can just come this side for us. Oh yeah, if you can just come this side for us. I heard a lot of issues that are being raised by members of the community regarding service delivery. What is your 2 cents worth? And don't you feel that maybe if you don't actually register to vote and vote, those that are in power who are depriving you of the water are still going to be in power come the end of the elections?
Than ANC because who figilem balulagam, who panazali sufigam, Aragra Tuswasil, Jualota Tusabia hope all senior people. Renalfoya Sarna Messi, Baromela di Lorisabana Sebas in Gilitanda Rafael. Robert Hotel Happabatu di Tender. Honavan Barreto register, Robert register, Arban Kheli Margara Ratap. Yeah? Arban Kheli Ratapamar. Because of Honaban Bona dumping site area. I don't know what to comment on Mode. Juelo Gabola, who come phone la fellow Wauru. And what threatening was a happy to Boko Haram, Ropela, which I guy who can do the one and the ro phela fitla ka tsona dilo tse tshwanang tse kgwedi ge fela ba romela account warrant o tshwanetse o patele metsi ka mo o kuka di-emere. It's impossible. O patela metsi o kuka di-emere pleke ya nkga gona bjano ka tsena ka mo dintlong re bolela le wena gona bjanong so a gona selo ka mo dintlong ka mo a gona selo ka mo a gona metsi a gona selo o fila bjang metsi a gona ba tseya ko kae rena re sena metsi ka metsi a teng a tla mo a ditšhila le ona metsi a dilori tsa bona.
Well, Griselda, I can sort of translate loosely there. He's actually saying that he would rather vote for the Boers because he's saying that his own people are not actually taking care of him, saying that Minister Fikile Mbalula was actually here. Former Minister Fikile Mbalula once visited the area and promised to sort of rectify the situation, but it hasn't actually been addressed at all. My brother, I see you're from Sanko. Can you just elaborate? What is your reaction to some of the issues that are being raised by members of the community here in Ikageng, in Mamelodi?
Look, we remain disappointed that residents of Ikageng, they are still subjected to such a situation. We have on countless occasions calling upon the municipality to intervene and assist these people. Really, even yourself, you cannot, they can't go to school, they can't go to work, they can't go to church, they can't actually prepare themselves very well. They cannot even arrange parties or any other function because of you understand the importance of water. Now, when our people behave like this, it will seem as if Abana Kalohano, they do not think, but that is not true. Our people are disappointed. They have been requesting for so many, it is not 2 weeks, it is 4 years. 4 years they are complaining about water, and their neighbors here, some of them in other sections, they have water. Just them. Where I come from in SNS section, there's water. Them here, they do not have water. Some of them, they are paying bonds. And what is even more painful is that the suspicion it is that the people who are not even paying for anything are the ones who are getting water. But they who are paying almost every month, they are not getting any water. We continue to call upon the municipality to come and investigate as to why there is no water. Really, I will not be in a position to, take an active participation on issues that affect the community, including voting registration, if really our people, they have no water.
But in a dire situation like this, what can Sanko do as a representative of communities?
Our country, it is the democracy, the new dispensation, it is founded on negotiations. It is founded on engagement. The only way that we can do is to engage the community, is to engage the municipality, but that you can do it to a certain level. If you engage the municipality and there is no response, what else I expect our people to do? If it was not for these elections, our people are still going to be subjected in a very obscure situation. Nobody seems to care about them. Nobody seems to listen to their situation. It is very, very dire. If it is not the facilities, your halls and your parks, which are very dirty, then it is the community that has no water. I mean, this is not fair. This is not fair. In 30 years into democracy, our people are still subjected to this. You can just look at the back, the area, it is very dirty. It is actually posing a health hazard. What more if they do not have water? You've got such a situation just behind you and you have no water.
If the authorities and those that are responsible for this are actually listening now, what would you tell them?
Move with speed. Move tonight. Move today. Move now. Intervene. Help our people now. There is no point for you to go and move now. Help our people now.
Thank you very much. Well, as you can hear, those are some of the words coming from the locals and some of the community representatives actually saying that the situation here is quite urgent. As you know that water is a basic need, of which is a constitutional right for everyone to have access to water. So they are saying that, the authorities have quite been lax and the situation has been obscure and they've been just being ignored up until they found an opportune moment, of which is the voter registration, and they are taking advantage of it, as is the situation right now. Griselda?
Well, Ofenste, just before I let you go, I know that the IEC is due to have a media briefing at about midday today to give a status update on voter registration throughout the country. But where you are, it seems there are residents that are really aggrieved for a couple of years now over the water situation. Do we know if there's any local IEC official who's been deployed to that particular area to have a word with residents, on perhaps trying to get that station open? Because if they don't register, they will not be able to cast their ballot next year.
Yes, absolutely. That's one of the questions that I was posing to some of the community leaders, to say it might, to a certain extent, be counterproductive, because the authorities that are in charge was depriving them of this particular service delivery demands that they are having, could be in charge if they decide not to vote next year, or to prevent those that have not voted to actually register to vote. But let me pose a question to some of the elders to hear what they have to say. Hall gore batho ba sa vota le ikutlwa bang lena ka se a o tshabe gore mohlomongwe batho ba leng in charge ba tlo remain in charge if go sa registeriwe go vota and then go votiwe.
Ke le dumedisa tshaba sa Ikageng re kwatile thata re na le 4 years re sena metsi gone bano youth e batla go registera ka lebakeng la metsi ga ba khone go registera, and if ba sa register gore ka mantswamang a ba yo vota and ba re a ba batle re tryile go bolela le bona ka re ka ntle le go vota ka ntle le go registera go tshwana le re sa ira selo. If ever o sa party e go faila o na le right ya go vota, but o ka no aketa party engwe o e batlang ka gore ho sa vote still go ba the same. Still, you are the same. Let's register, let's vote. It's going to be the same. Are first the motor register, are first the motor voter. Bakwati the pelota bonadi botlhoko, but advice ya rena ba re tswang mo bo IEC ba re tswang mo party. Right ho sa voter o sa register go tshwana lo sa ira selo. Ho boela back to very same people, very same thing. Voter or voter party solanka o votile. Thank you.
Well, that's the sentiment local. Oh, sorry, Mama. I just want to get some of the learners from school. Are
tshwantsho stress gore he re tloa ko hae a ra tlhapa a raja re tshileng tate mola liwane ha sena metsi mo re ira bjang ke rena tshwantsho re ba tseleng re ba tlhokomeleng he re ba fa dipilisi a rena metsi tshwantsho re tshene mo trokong re tlhoka metsi re phela ka hempe one nahano apara hempe one o ya sekolong
wena o ya sekolong vele o sa tlhapa
ke ya sekolong ke sa tlhapa re nkgama go afa re ya sekolong re pala metsi ya ra noanga ditšhila so
mara o sa tlhapa you discourage gore o sa ya sekolong vele.
Yes, it is dira gore re nne mo hae ka gore ro tshabotshio ko pele gore yo o la tlhapa yo wirang he re faila mo la re blame gore ne wena o bali re tla bjala bjang re tshwantsho re khemetsi re tla bala bjang.
Yeah, well mama, what o kana latlhela la gago le fo
baagi ba Ikageng mantswe a botlhoko a nkutlisang botlhoko ke lla ke neng re ya toropong le bo bra 6 a sa phela re lwela taba e le bjanong ke neng re lwa ke utlwa botlhoko ge bana ba sekolo ba nyako ya sekolong ke le bana ba rena ba ka thuto tsa ka meso bjanong gone bene on certain moy lake and le cake for us nobody tv ele mut viet on se eliso on se il vir die water ons het nie eens gebad nie wanneer gaan julle vir ons jammer kry die mense hulle moet die water bring ons is baie moeg want weet jy wat das nie dom mense hierson and then bare o a re ditlaela masilela maloba rena ba kekolo ba Mamelodi adult choir ne ropela o re bone ha emella ka re o ena ke itse o bolelang ralla re le bomme ba Ikageng ba botlhe ba le boletseng ke a le leboga ro fetsaneng batho ba nke maphodisa nke le satlamo le tsamaile ka divene for 2 minutes la o bulela metsi nka be re tsamaile ena re ditlaela bona go tletse ba kekolo ba khalabe bana ditlogolo Viva Ikageng, viva! Merci!
Well, as you can hear, they are quite united. In fact, the youth are saying that they are not able to go to school as they have to bath, and they are saying that they are afraid of going to school as they might be teased by their peers at school as they don't have any water. We are going to try to speak to the local councillor. I believe that he is aware that there is a live broadcast that's happening here at the community hall where registrations are actually supposed to take place. Maybe he can elaborate further on his engagement with the powers that be as to what do they tell him over 4 years, the issue that's actually prevented the community of Mamelodi East Ikageng section from getting the water, Griselda.